how did you actually come to know about inner space, and how actually that whole the association happened? So what was that first step, which actually led to this association?
Yeah, it's a decade old now, but it is still very fresh in our memories, all of us. It was in, I think it was in 2010 actually. We got a call from a builder, Hiranandani, saying that your flat will be ready in another 6 months' time. So you can take it, you can take position for doing your interiors. So that was the time we started thinking about, oh, we have to do the interiors also before going there. And we initially we thought of only furnishing the house. Actually, we never thought of doing interiors. So we were exploring the various furniture shops. So if you know, there's a Durian in Thane actually, Durian furniture shop. So there on Saturday, Sundays used to be exploring the furniture actually. So once we went there, we had a very long chat there with the probably he was the manager of the shop, I think. So when we were asking, then he was we just casually asked him, "Will you do the interiors for us?" Then he said, "Yes, we also do, but I suggest 3 or 4 names in Thane, who will be better. I mean, who will do in a professional way." So then he gave us 3, 4 names, and among them Ranjit was one, and he emphasized that you better meet him once. Whether you give him the job or not is a different thing, but I suggest you meet him. He's a different kind of person among this community, he said. Then we asked him where is his establishment. He said it's in Hiranandani Meadows only. Then we said, why not we meet him? We are close by. So next day we just dropped in, and we had a preliminary chat actually.
Okay.
So there itself, because I am from MNREC Allahabad actually, and he was from REC Jaipur, and I had some friends there also. So immediately we connected actually, being from RECs. So I said that it's very rare that a mechanical engineer doing this kind of profession. Then he gave his background. Okay, though I'm an engineer, my passion is doing interiors. So then I said that I mean, the conversation went like that, and it was quite pleasant. It was progressing like that. So then that's how the thing started. But before that, actually, I'll tell you how we bought this house. That was also quite interesting. We have been living in this area in Low Kupan for, by then it was almost 10 years actually. And we saw Hiranandani Meadows coming up. We knew that he started a sales office, all those things, but we never came and saw the flats here. Once my neighbor in Low Kupan, he told me that, can you please accompany me to Meadows because I want to buy a flat for my son. Then I came along with him. I saw the show flats here. And that time he told me that we are going to launch a new tower. If you are interested, you can just go through this. And he gave me the floor plan. So I took the plan, went home, and I saw it was perfectly fitting the Vastu actually.
Wow.
This Amanda. And we are very particular about Vastu. Even though we stayed in rental houses, own houses, everywhere we were particular about it actually. And my wife knows, has some knowledge about it.
Okay.
So when she saw this plan, that she said that why not we buy this house actually. So
Wow.
2 3 days. It just took 3 days. We just saw this. Then we went to another Panditji. He said that it's perfect. You take it, except few changes we have to do. And third day I came and made the advance payment actually. That's how we booked the flat in 2007.
Wow. Wow.
And thereafter it was only paying EMIs, nothing else. For 3 years. Then when we got the call, then we about a position, then we started thinking about interiors. So that's how the thought of doing interiors came up. We didn't know much about it. And then Ranjit asked me, what is it you are looking in for interiors? Then we told him that we don't know nothing, we don't know anything about interiors. We only have few things in mind. We want our flat to look spacious when somebody comes in. Second is it should have very pleasant colors. And utility wise, it should meet all our requirements. This is what we gave our mandate or requirements. Rest everything he did on his own actually.
Okay. Actually, the question that what I was going to ask you, the question itself was that, was it clear what you wanted, or was it after meeting Ranjit, or, how that conversation actually went about, and then you became more clear?
No, then after talking to him, to be frank, we did go to two more interiors actually. When we met Ranjit, now we said that when we are making a house like this, might as well do some good interiors because we're going to stay here for life. So then we met two more interiors, but it did not. The conversation didn't even last for 5 minutes, I would say. So they were mostly commercial, nothing, no technical. Actually, they would say per square feet itna hoga, all those things. But what they are going to give, nobody really said. So then again, we came back to Ranjit, and it took us. We made two site visits also. He came here, he saw the flat. Then we said what all things we need. Then he said that okay, probably he had in mind. He did not really disclose what he's going to do. We said we want a puja room. He said puja room is not my business, but I'll give you. I will tell you the person who will make it. I'll get it done for you, but you tell him what you want. Even today, anybody coming to our house, no, they really appreciate it. Actually, that is the highlight of the house, I would say. And
Actually, your room has a story, right?
yeah, yeah. we went to Gujarat once, and there we saw some marble carving actually. So that we showed him. He said that whatever you want, he took us to a marble carving guy. He said that you tell him what you want, he'll make it for you. So how we got it done, we don't know, but it is there actually.
And
It's
it's a
really,
very raw look, right?
yeah,
It's a very raw look also.
yeah, yeah. It's a concept of cave actually.
Yes, yes.
It looks like a cave,
It looks like
and
a
I
cave.
mean, yeah, and uh, we had some chanting actually. There's a Lalita Devi, no, the Parvati Mata. That shlokas, no, the chanting happens actually. There are 1,000 names of Parvati Devi. So that happens every week. And my wife has got some 10, 12 friends actually. So every
Okay.
week they go to one person's house, and then they do the chanting, and then
Okay.
there's some this thing. They distribute prasad and all those things. And it's a get together kind of thing, plus this also. So whenever they used to come to our house, no, they always say that the vibration in your house is totally different. We feel, so many places we go, all 10, 12 places. But whenever we read that here, no, it's totally different experience for us, and it gives a very high energy. That's what they say. Not one person, at least 15, 20 people would have said that actually. When they come to the house, no, they feel a very positive vibrations.
Okay. That's awesome, because what I can sense is that, I think it was bound to happen, maybe because I believe a lot in energies. Um, I think it was your home at Hiranandani was supposed to happen. So look at the way it happened actually.
Exactly,
Then
it's
you
destiny actually. Yeah,
exactly, it was all falling in place.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, the puzzle was getting solved.
Somehow it all fell in place, and getting Ranjit also is a boon for us. It was a gift for us actually. The way he understood the requirements, the way he made the thing, it's really the way he selected the colors. Uh, and in between, he did not show us actually. He went on his own. Certain things he decided for his own actually. But he was so confident that probably we like that, and so we are also
So,
quite.
yeah, because what happens was a lot many times. clients, when they discuss the brief with us,
Yeah.
it's like quite, it's the idea and the imagination that they have in their mind, but they are
Yeah.
not able to put forth, and which is okay, because
Yeah.
sometimes it's not possible to like kind of what is there in your mind to like kind of express it. So it, as designers, it is very important for us to actually catch that, because if we are
Right.
able to crack that, then we are able to crack the project. So
Yeah.
it does happen that many a times that when the client gives us the brief,
Yeah.
by the time we crack it and things are put forth, sometimes it takes a lot of time, and
Right.
sometimes it is very quick. It's absolutely very quick.
Yeah.
So I think, like in your case, I think because I've spoken to Ranjit also. So in your case, I think he understood your requirements very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So but like every stage, how this happened, how this, even the story behind your the temple, how that
Yeah.
cave that was like kind of came up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then also, I guess those tiles which were being, a lot of tiles, a lot of, I think fabric was also used. A lot of things were
He
done.
used FRP actually inside.
Hmm.
In the to give it a cave look, no, he used FRP inside, and that
Yes.
is a grayish shade. And
Yes.
this the temple part is totally white, marble white, and with engravings actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it gives a very beautiful look actually as you enter.
Okay. And in how many meetings, like how many meetings actually you had with Ranjit to finalize it?
I think three, I guess, not more. Two or
Hmm.
three meetings. One good thing, what I mean, normally I bargain a lot actually.
Hmm.
So when I met him, he gave me a figure. I said that
Hmm.
I anticipated that he'll reduce some amount, but in the first meeting itself, he said that I am not going to reduce any even 1 rupee from this. This is the final price actually. Then normally people say like that. I also thought like that. People say like that, but when you go into a finalize across the table, there will be some reduction. So he did not. So that is one good thing I liked actually, because that means that's a value for that.
Yes.
So once you are having, if you have something in mind and if you want to buy quality, you can't. You have to pay that price actually. That's what
Yes.
that I really appreciate of him.
So, sir, we don't as you had explained that you had met the other designers also,
Hmm.
two more designers. So
Hmm.
normally that is, there are various ways of quoting to the client.
Hmm.
One of the ways is, which is like per square feet basis.
Yeah.
The second way is that you actually quote to the client as per the requirements of the client. So
Right.
we go for the second option. So
Right.
in that case, what happens is that we don't quote high.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we don't have that concept right from day one. We are
Hmm.
very clear on that. Right from day one, whatever is the estimated cost, that
Yeah.
is what we are going to quote.
Right.
Because some
Right.
people, yeah, it happens that people quote higher for a purpose,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then they bargain.
Yeah. But
So here we
people
have,
who
like
know.
we have right from like beginning, we have maintained these three things. One of the things is the quality. So we
Yeah.
don't compromise on the quality of the products. The
Yeah.
second is the deadline,
Yeah.
meeting the deadlines.
Yeah.
So once the deadline is committed, then we like give the keys back as per the deadlines, and
Yeah.
transparency.
Right.
So there is, I'm sure there was a contract copy, and there's a lot of transparency in terms of scope of work, the kind of products that are going to be used, and
Yeah.
everything. I think it makes simpler, no? The life
Yeah.
becomes simpler with these kind of things.
Yeah. Since you mentioned transparency, I would like to share an example.